Always a good time to brush up on your shark defenses.
This shark and his relatives are long-established enemies of man.
Ah yes, since our ancient ancestors rose from the waters and took to land, we've been at war with the sharks. Why do you think they created the Air Force? So we could bomb the sharks from the air. The Eternal Shark War. That's one the lamestream media doesn't talk about. When are we gonna end the Eternal Shark War?
He is a wicked, unpredictable opponent.
Here's one safe bet. They'll always be in the water. I gotta be honest, I didn't think the Air Force would be the one to specialize in sea creatures. I figured that would have been a Navy training video. But let's see what the Air Force has to say on sharks.
If sharks are in the area, you can repel them with sounds by striking the surface of the water with your cupped hand.
I'm not sure if splashing around like a herd animal is gonna repel a shark, but let's see what other advice they got.
Or you can shout underwater.
You ever try to scream underwater? Not very intimidating. At this point, I'm beginning to wonder if a shark is running the Air Force.
Among the visual methods of preventing attacks are directing a stream of bubbles from your life preserver in his direction.
Among the visual ways to prevent an attack? Do they really think sharks are scared of bubbles? I'm guessing the next piece of advice is if you got a knife, make a little cut. Fill the water around you with blood. Because at the sight of blood, sharks faint.
Tearing up paper into small pieces and scattering them all around the raft.
Now, I'm not saying this pollution method of throwing confetti into the ocean is a bad one. It's just not an immediate one. It's going to take a couple of generations to throw enough confetti into the ocean to kill all the sharks. I'm assuming by suffocation in the gills? I don't know what they were thinking here.
If a shark threatens to attack you or damage the raft, do not try to shoot or knife him. Chances are you would only slightly injure and infuriate him.
We've splashed around at the top of the water like a herd animal. We've screamed underwater, alerting it to our position. And we threw confetti to celebrate its arrival. But now, if it tries to attack, do not try to stab it. Sharks are running the Air Force. Okay, my advice, in case you're ever in this scenario, I always think of two things. Rip at the gills, gouge at the eyes. That's if the shark hasn't already eaten you.
Remember, his front end is practically all mouth.
That's true. You could even say it's all teeth. Don't sharks have, like, infinite teeth?
Once in your raft, stay there and remain quiet.
Now they want you to be quiet?
Remember that as a human being, you are smarter than a shark.
I don't know. They say man's smarter than the shark, but allegedly a man made this video.
If you use your head.
Oh, you're gonna be screaming underwater, all right. I'm surprised we haven't already lost the shark war.